So episode 12 of season 2 of Classroom League came out today. And yeah, we finally got the fight. I've been trying to think of like what can we call this, because you know, like when One Piece had Roof Piece, they had that. Exactly could I call this? What am I gonna call this? COTE construction site? Because you know it wasn't on the roof, so you know it was still in the construction site, so they didn't move to the roof, which was an interesting change. But hey, I mean we still got the fight, and I'll say they put a little bit more of their budget into this, but at the same time, I still did see some choppiness with the fights. Some of the fight did look a little choppy because some of the stuff, some of that will probably get fixed whenever this gets a Blu-ray, because usually when it comes to Blu-ray, that's when they can like fix some of the animation errors, because that's usually what happens most of the time. But yeah, the fight was cool. It was a nice little beat down. Got to see Ayanokoji beat everybody down. I feel like there was one scene we were missing, because I remember, I swear in the light now, there's one point where like he's like, yo, I can fight all three of y'all, and literally all three of them like attack him. He just takes him out. But I don't know. I feel like that was a little bit different, but I mean, it was still a nice little beatdown. We saw Ryuen get his ass whooped so badly. I swear we did not get the money shot that's from the light novel when we see Ayanokoji like this, and like he's from above. I swear we did not get that. Maybe if I paused it at a certain time, we probably got that angle, but I was kind of surprised we didn't see that, because I thought that's like the money shot. It's like, it's supposed to be like the money shot, like the thing that's like living up the hype of this moment that everybody's been talking about for years. So I was just curious, like, why did we not get that money shot? But it probably, if I paused it at the right time, they probably had it in there, because I know in the trailer they showed it. So I was just confused, like, why we didn't get a moment where like it freezed for a little bit to show that. But I don't know, it could have just been like if I paused it, I would have saw it. But yeah, I saw a lot of interesting takes. Cause like before I even watched the episode, I went on Reddit just to look. I don't even know why I go on Reddit at this point, because I always see some like people saying some BS or some dumb stuff. So I was just scrolling too, just to see like people were saying, because sometimes I just like looking at other people's reactions and stuff like that or whatever. So one of the reactions I saw was outrageous. Somebody said that this fight had not animation, but they said it was a better fight than Naruto's like taijutsu fights in Naruto. And I'm like, dog, what are you talking about? I said there's such thing as being a fanboy and then overhyping stuff because like you like it and all, but I'm like, dog, no. I said no, this fight was nowhere near that. I said taijutsu in Naruto, that is actually really good. I said this fight, it was a beatdown. It was okay. It's not the best thing ever. It was a cool fight seeing him just beat everybody down. Like I said, some of the fighting was a lot of chompy, mainly because the animation style. If this was like done by Mappa, then this was done like Mappa, Trigger, you know, like all the good like studios, then this would have like been something like really good, because like they would have not made like the fight look all chompy and wonky the way it was looking. Because there were certain points I was just like, oh, I was like, why did that kind of look like that? It wasn't just as smooth as certain other fights. It didn't look like a smooth something like JJK, but I mean a lot of those are made, like all the big shonens are made for fighting and all that. But like I said, it's a cool fight. Is it the best fight of the year? No. Is it the best high school fight I've ever seen when it comes to like high school anime fight? No. But it's a cool fight. Like I said, it's the best fight of the season. I saw a better one that was like shorter, that had like really good animation and called the night. But like I said, it's a cool little fight. I said it's good that we finally got to see this. I'm happy we got to see this. And other stuff is we finally saw Horikita's brother, and we learned a little bit of stuff. There's a little bit of dialogue missing between them, but at least we got the main thing about like how he wants to get his little sister on the student council. So we have that part, but we still are missing a little bit of dialogue between them. That's kind of important. But I mean, we got that little part. I do feel like it's kind of under like achieving when it comes to that, because like I feel like we need a little bit more that we can show like the connection for when it happens in season 3. But probably in season 3 they're expanded, hopefully, that we can get the connection between those two, because those two do have a connection because of certain stuff that is going to happen in season 3. But yeah, that happens. We got the teacher too. We got her. And then it was just funny watching the fight, how he just went there and whooped everybody's ass. So next episode should be 7.5. Like it should be. I'll be surprised if it's not 7.5, but it should be, just to end the season off and they're just cram all of 7.5 into one episode. But yeah, like I said, let me know, how did you feel about this episode? Like I said, they put some more of their animation into just the fight part, but like I said, at the same time, it wasn't like the smoothest fight I've ever seen. Like there still was like some chompy, wonky type of stuff to me, because like I was watching, I was like, oh shit, I was like, oh, you whooping their ass. But then there was certain times when I was just looking at the way it was moving, it just didn't look all smooth like other fights. Like I said, it's still a cool fight. Like I said, I'm not going to expect much from like a high school anime that's not really focused on fighting, because if it's a high school anime that's focused on fighting, then they're going to have the fight scenes look crispy. Because I mean, this is more like a, I guess, slice of life-ish with like mystery slash a whole bunch of other genres you'd cram into Classroom Elite. But yeah, I wasn't expecting much. But like I said, I've seen better high school fights from anime that had better animation. Like I said, this had better animation, then it would look way more smoother. But at the same time, like I said, it was cool just seeing them beat everybody down. Yeah, it kind of happened hella fast. I wish they would have did a little bit slower because, I mean, he took out the other ones a little bit way too fast. I wish they would have just done it a little bit slower. But I mean, it was still good. Like I said, it was alright. Like I said, was it the best thing ever? No. Was it a cool fight? Yes. Was it a cool beatdown? Yes. Was it the best beatdown I've ever seen? No. But like I said, just for this anime, it was cool just seeing it from the light novels. Does it matter that it wasn't on the roof? Of course not. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. But I feel like the roof part, like you had like Horikita's brother and then like by the stairs a little bit closer. So I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. It's just an interesting surprise. I guess an interesting surprise that they changed locations and all that. I wonder if they ever like come out and say like why they changed the location instead of it being on a roof, but just like in this random construction site-ish type of place. So I wonder why they changed it. But I mean, it's not that bad of a change. It's whatever. But like I said, the rain detail was interesting because it's just like pouring down rain, trying to make it like a dark atmosphere. So the one thing I really liked was that they actually showed Kay's inner dialogue. Because I know in the last episode I talked about that, how I wanted to see that because we needed to see her resolve that like, she's finally growing as a character and like she's not trying to depend on anybody. There was a few little like dialogue things that were missing because I think there's one where she's talking about like how she wasn't supposed to be like a she doesn't want to be like depending on anybody or anything else like that anymore, but I can't remember. But I swear there was like a little bit of dialogue there that I was missing. But at the same time, we got to see that resolve that she's finally growing and realizing that, yeah, I can do stuff by myself. I don't want to be bullied no more and all that. I don't want to be scared of getting bullied and all that. But yeah, like I said, there was like a little bit of dialogue I swear was missing like while she was getting bullied because I know she was basically trying to like have that resolve and growing. But yeah, I really like that aspect of it because it just showed that she's like, yo, I'm not about to call for Ayanokoji's help. I don't need him at all. I can do this by myself. I don't got to worry about this. I'm over getting bullied. I'm over like all this trauma and all this stuff that she had because she was trying to grow as a person. So that was cool seeing some of that and getting some of the inner dialogue. Because like I said, sometimes in light novel adaptations, they sometimes act like they can't show inner dialogue that actually helps out a lot. Because I know there are a few times in classroom they haven't shown some inner dialogue. But I was happy they did this time because they actually needed that to show that Kay's growing as a person and like show her character development and all that. So that's another good thing of the episode. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the next episode because I mean it kind of just ended at a certain point. So I mean we might get into stuff for 7.5, we might not, because I mean it might wrap up what's happening in 7 or we might see 7.5. I'm not really sure like what type of angle they're going for. But yeah, like I said, pretty good episode. I guess the best episode of the season. I mean, this season's been, you know, meh, ain't nothing crazy because, you know, they've been going by ×2 speed each episode, whatever. But like I said, cool little fight. Like I said, I did have a few problems with it, but I mean, that's just me because I critique stuff all the time, looking at, I can see problems. I'm not just like watching and staring at the screen just deadly like, oh, I don't know. Sometimes I just look at stuff and I can just point out some of the problems. But still, cool little beatdown, seeing Ayanokoji finally beat their asses and stuff like that. Like I said, it was the best thing ever? No. But it was cool just seeing it. But yeah, let me know, how did you feel about this episode? Do you enjoy it? Did you like the fight? Was it the best episode of the season? Just let me know how you feel about this. If you're new, why not subscribe if you enjoyed the video? Why not like? If you didn't, you could dislike, subscribe if you really enjoyed. But yeah, we got to see Ayanokoji beat their asses. And it was about damn time. But like I said, it was a cool little beatdown. Not the craziest thing ever. Some people will overhype it. Because I know if you're a fan of something, you will overhype shit at times when it's like, you know damn well it's not like the best fight ever, because it's not even the best of this year, because like I said, you still have Roof Piece and you have a lot of other series that had fights, and I mean you have stuff coming out in the fall that are obviously gonna have better fights than this. I mean you have like 3 called Mob Psycho, Bleach, and Chainsaw Man that are clearly gonna have better fights than this. But still, yeah, I know some people are gonna hype this up because, you know, Classroom Elite fans are like crazy diehard fans and they're hype shit up, but you should know damn well this is not no fight of the year type of shit. I'm sorry, it's not. Oh yeah, and then you have My Hero too, so yeah, there you go, there's that too. But yeah, interesting episode. I'll probably be back for episode 13 to see if they're going to cover the end of 7 or if it's just going to do 7.5. Hopefully they just do 7.5, but we'll see how they do it because I'm curious how they're going to cram everything in there and what they're going to keep and what they're not going to keep. And just also know I am going to make a season review at the end of the season, and we can talk about a lot of different stuff. So trust me, I'm probably going to make a community post that's asking people, yo, tell me what you did or didn't like about the season or something, or I'll talk about it in my Discord, and I might have people come on and we'll talk about whatever, but I don't know though. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video though. Bye.